The Metroid franchise is definitely a good one. It has spanned across many different generations of consoles, generated its own spin-off series, defined the portable console experience, and even generated a whole subgenre of platformers in the form of the Metroidvanias. Look, this is really a huge deal, so I wanted to commemorate the announcement of Metroid Dread for October 2021 by playing most of the 2D Metroid games that are available in the market. Keep in mind that I will not be covering something like the Metroid Prime series because I think that's a whole different kind of worms, because right now they're their own series in some way, shape or form. So for the next couple of videos we'll be going to take a look at Metroid Zero Mission, Fusion, Super Metroid, and Samus Returns for the 3DS, and find out which one is my favorite 2D Metroid game. I'm a Metroidvania loving person, and I want to experience this series completely. I want to be so familiar with the series that by the time Metroid Dread comes out, I'm going to be prepared for anything. So, let's get started with Zero Mission. The amazing thing about Metroid Zero Mission is especially how the game was conceived. After the huge success of Super Metroid and the cult following it garnered, and the huge success that Nintendo experienced with Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance, they wanted to make things right for the original Metroid, because it was an NES game that became a little choppy compared to the standards set up by Super Metroid. Nintendo wanted to give it the same style of gameplay and fluidity that they achieved in Super Metroid, and so they did with Zero Mission, a game that is so good and was released on the Game Boy Advance in 2004, and let me tell you, it's a fantastic gameplay experience overall, and we're going to talk about it more after we talk about the story. The Space Pirates are at war with the Galactic Federation, and they want to take over the galaxy with the use of a new bioweapon called the Metroids. The Galactic Federation cannot get to their home base on planet Sebes, so they send a very new bounty hunter that has been to Sebes before, and it's also one of the very few people in the galaxy that is using Choso technology. More on that later. This person is Samus Aran, and she needs to infiltrate the Space Pirates' home base, defeat their commanders, destroy the Metroids, destroy Mother Brain, and get out. As she fights against Space Pirates, she will encounter Ridley and Kraid, goes around Brinstar, Norfair, and many other recognizable places that will be etched into your memory. Goes to Torian, fights off the Metroids, destroys Mother Brain in a boss fight that is the equivalent of getting choked with a controller, sets off the self-destruct function of their base, and escapes. But on the atmosphere of Sebes, she gets surrounded by the remaining faction of the Space Pirates and gets shot down, falling back into the planet. And the Space Pirates, looking for the person responsible for killing their bosses, station their mother base into one of the sides of Sebes, looking for Samus, who survived the crash. But the destruction of her ship and subsequent crash landing also destroyed her power suit, the thing that kept her alive during her journey through Sebes. She has absolutely no way of defending herself, only wearing her Zero suit, the one that you know from Smash Bros, and a paralyzer that doesn't do much aside of just paralyzing enemies. With no more options, she infiltrates the mothership looking for a spaceship, trying to avoid getting detected, then gets pursued out of the ship by the Space Pirates, and then she finds Chosodia, the ancient Choso ruins. If you didn't get that, the Choso are the same people that made her power suit, and after getting to the same place where she got her power suit as a child, Samus starts the Choso trial. She is able to complete the test and gets a brand new legendary Choso armor that she uses to destroy the remaining faction of the Space Pirates and leaves the planet for now. Big emphasis on for now. If you're an avid Metroid fan, you would know that I haven't told the full story, so let's do a little tidbit here. The reason why Samus hates the Space Pirates so much, and why she's even willing to fight them in the first place, was because there's a plasma-breathing space pterodactyl called Ridley that is a member of said pirates that also killed Samus's parents. After they were killed, Samus was adopted by the Choso, which is an alien race that's considered to be one of the most brilliant races in the whole universe. When Samus was with them, they gave her some of the DNA to allow her to fit in and make her compatible with the power suit, one of the many Choso weapons created by them. The Choso also created the Metroids and Mother Brain, but that's a story for the next couple of games. Yeah, the Choso were the ones that created all of that, but later mysteriously disappeared. At that moment, Mother Brain went rogue and wanted to take over the galaxy with the help of the Metroids, which she was able to control, and Samus went to find her place in the world, eventually working as a bounty hunter taking jobs for the Galactic Federation. But she also wanted to one day get revenge on the purple pterodactyl that killed her parents. You can actually read the full story in 2 volumes of a manga that were released in Japan in 2002. The Metroid database actually have the 2 volumes completely translated. But now that we talk about the story, let's talk about the gameplay. And let me tell you, Metroid Zero Mission has a very addicting curve of just making you play the game. I want to point out that this game was developed for a handheld and released on it. But let me tell you, it's really good. It feels similar to what they had on Super Metroid, and it's really impressive. I would start the game and it will be over 30 minutes just trying the game out instead of just recording it. It's just that good. Like Super Metroid, you get a bunch of upgrades to your power suit through progression, and goes to show how this game, which is essentially a remake of the original one, brings a lot of the staples of Metroidvania style that we know today in modern games. You get locked from progressing to a specific zone until you get a power-up, being a door you can open, or the light resistance to high temperatures, or something else. This in turn allows you to explore certain zones in a more streamlined way. As to your regular movement, Samus can shoot diagonally in all 8 directions, jump and shoot, do somersaults, and all kinds of stuff that would be already a staple of the Metroid series that you're going to consistently hear me talking about in the next couple of games. But I didn't like one specific thing about this game, and that's the thing that I've always despised about it, the fact that it doesn't have any fast travel. And you would say that teleporting in Metroidvania games was not that common before Symphony of the Night in '97, but Zero Mission came out in 2004, and by that time Castlevania Area of Sorrow, a Metroidvania of Konami, was already on the same platform, and it did have teleporting rooms. In Zero Mission, backtracking is really annoying. You have long drawn out corridors, tall vertical shafts, and you need to go through them every single time to get to another zone, and they are not easily interconnected between themselves, and that's something that I really despise. Even Fusion and Samus Returns have some sort of fast travel going for them, and I'm going to explain their own way of doing this when we talk about those games. It may come to a personal preference, but since I'm looking at many games for this marathon, I really needed to get a move on. I do believe Zero Mission is fantastic, and if you have the patience to go through it 100%, it's definitely worth it. But since the zones are not interconnected and the places are so huge, and some collectibles are not on your way and you need to backtrack so long, I really thought I got my feel from this game. I can say with all honesty that it's not my favorite Metroid game by a long shot, but right now it's the perfect moment to jump from Zero Mission to Fusion. So, I know Fusion is the last one of this timeline, but since I'm going to play games with different control schemes, I want to stay to something familiar before going to the newer ones, because as you may know, Samus Returns is a way modern take of what we had with Zero Mission and Fusion. So, that's going to be all from me for today. Thank you all you guys for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys pretty soon. Take care.